Hi there, my name's Luke Jeffrey Bashford and I'm the driver for LJB Motorsport. Today I will come in and out at important parts of the video to explain the thoughts of a racing driver in the heat of the moment. This is our fourth video, meaning we are at Oulton Park for our second race weekend of the season. The onboard footage you are watching now is me jumping from the paddocks out onto the race circuit, through the assembly area, which we're going through now, and then the pit lane and pit lane exit. Having never driven at Oulton Park before, it was imperative that I got valuable testing in. For the next race weekend, we have new camera equipment including new GoPros and mounts, so the footage should be much improved. But until then, please enjoy the video. By the end of testing, my best lap times were in the 2:09s. Now, for my first ever lap around Oulton Park and only my second ever race weekend, I was quite pleased. With 2 pre-season track days and my first race weekend under my belt, I was beginning to feel much more confident behind the wheel of the car, not being afraid of the rear stepping up and being able to control it. My aim for qualifying was to find myself some space and then follow a car that was slightly faster than me in the hope that they would give me a tow and pull me along to a better qualifying position. I managed to succeed in that, and I had my best qualifying so far, ending up in 11th place, number 1 in the rookies class. Now going into Lodge Corner on my fastest lap, I had some understeer through the corner and some oversteer on the exit, which you can see are correct as the car snaps back onto the racing line.
Harrison is now ready to go, and he does get a reasonably good start as the lights go out actually. It'll still be the lead for Jordan Pimley as they come towards us, and the number 6 comes.
I had a great start and managed to hold my 11th position all the way until the second chicane. Then I got overtaken up the inside by a fellow Misty racing driver, then another 3 follow through after as I lose momentum off the racing line. It's a great move as it catches me off guard and gives me room behind and able to respond. I'd lost numerous positions, but I knew I needed to keep my head up and keep fighting. After not defending the inside into the second chicane in the first lap, I do it again as another car comes down my inside. This time it's just the one. He overcooks it and ends up sideways on the grass. I back off just in case if he does lose it instead of avoiding action, but he managed to save it, so the 2 cars come flying on the inside as I'm slow on the outside. You can see me raise my hand in frustration with myself, disappointed that I didn't learn from my previous error. Another 3 places lost. After already losing 7 places, we're heading down to turn 1 in some traffic. As I turn in and take the normal racing line, I get hit up the inside on my back right. This means I lose control of the rear and have to make a save at about 70 miles per hour. I end up going over the grass, which was much bumpier than I was expecting, and I managed to avoid the barrier by only a few metres. I lose another 3 places and rejoin the track in 21st place. I knew I had to get my head down, put in some good lap times and get some of those places back. I had a great start once again in race 2, getting past a few cars even before turn 1. Now, heading out of Druids and down to Lodge, the two cars in front of me were battling, so I managed to catch up right to their rear bumpers. I wanted to make sure I carry speed through the final corner and down, start, finish straight. Unfortunately, it didn't go as well as I wanted, so I made sure to sit and slipstream the car in front. Then I pulled out to the inside and we were 3 wide going into turn 1, and I managed to overtake one but not the other. Heading into Druids this time, the car in front makes a mistake and I managed to carry more speed through the corner and get right on their rear bumper. Then I moved to the inside nice and early to show my intentions and make sure that he doesn't cover it off. I make sure to brake late into Lodge corner and position my car in the middle of the track so he can't do a switchback on me or try and hold it around the outside. However, he still gets a better exit than me, so down, start, finish straight, I defend the inside early so that he can only go the other way. I tried to brake as late as I dared into turn 1 and managed to keep the position. Later on in the race, the car I overtook earlier into Lodge has stayed with me and put pressure on me the whole time, but he is now closer than ever. As you can see, with some advice from the team at Misty Racing, I am now covering the inside into the second chicane. I miss the apex as the final part of that chicane, meaning I use a lot of exit curve and the car behind is able to catch up. I drive my car in the middle of the track and my aim is to ensure I get a good exit down to Lodge corner, as this is in the final laps and is absolutely crucial. Thankfully, I managed to hold him off and finish the second race 13th place. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed. We are new to this, so we are experimenting and exploring different options when it comes to these videos, but we hope that a little bit of commentary went some way to give you an insight into what is going on in a motor race from a driver's perspective. Our third race weekend at Oulton Park is only a couple of weeks away now, so keep an eye out for that video soon.